who don't know, we did go to college together. We went to UMass Lowell, both playing lacrosse. Thank you so much for joining me once again. We did do this prior when I first started this a while ago. Just audio only. I had no idea what I was doing. So thank you for coming back on. How have you been post Barstool, letting the people know what you're up to now?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. You've been killing it recently. I watched listened to the Pelkey one recently. That was really
Yeah, that was
good.
a good one.
It's been good. I just been living it. I'm going somewhere else after this. I can't officially announce it yet. But yeah, I've just been at home for about a month now, just working on my own channels and stuff. And I'm excited to I'm moving out to New York in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I don't know why it is whenever you try to be serious about something, it always gets turned into something that it's not. Like you posting about wanting to move got turned into a meme somehow.
Yeah, so I was in Chicago this summer for Barstool, and I had a roommate that I was subleasing the place, but he was a pilot, and I never saw him, and I was kind of like, you know how it is in college, living with your friends and stuff, and it's always cool to have people to come home to watch games with and stuff, and I think it also helps separate work and just leisure, because then I would just come home and continue to work on Hoopify stuff, there needs to be a break at some point. As much as I love this, there needs to be some sort of boundary for this. So I'm let me look for a roommate. And the way I found my first roommate, or the roommate in Chicago, I just go Facebook groups. I'm okay, let me post in a Facebook group. And then I don't think anything of it. Then I'm scrolling Twitter the next day, and I see a tweet of who wants to live with Hoopify. It has 500,000 views. I'm are you serious? And then No Context Lacrosse finds it. They repost it on their Instagram. It's 10,000 likes. So then I'm getting a bunch of then on that initial Facebook post too. I didn't put the Hoopify Instagram. I just put my personal Instagram. Yeah. So then I'm getting trolled by all these people in my DMs. Be let's live together. I'm oh.
Did you end up finding a roommate or no?
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Okay, because you're moving out to New York.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't announce yet. I won't ask. But that's exciting, a new change of scenery, and going from Chicago to New York, you're kind of just now hitting all the major cities, I feel like.
I know, literally just checking them off the list. I never thought I'd want to live in New York, too, but I went down there a couple days ago. Yeah, because I went out there, and, if there's different spots in New York, obviously, I don't want to live in, the busiest part possible, so I'm, kind of living, somewhere low-key.
Yeah, you could have went to, Hell's Kitchen or something, where that's really a lot going on. That's where most of my friends live right now. But for your fans, are a lot of them aware that you were a Division I athlete, do you think? Or do you think that sometimes it just gets brushed under the rug?
I think originally when I was starting out, a lot of people knew. But I say now probably the majority don't know. I guess also too, they might know that I went to UMass Lowell, but they I don't know, as you know, it's not really a popular school. If you hear it, but you're probably you're not, that's a D1 school. Mm-hmm. You're oh, cool. Because every time you say UMass, they just think of UMass Amherst, and you have to explain that it's Lowell. Yeah.
It's always the worst when you're out and they're oh, where'd you go to school? I'm UMass Lowell, and they're oh yeah, I know Amherst. And I'm that's not what I said, but okay. That's funny though. In terms of your internship, how was that transition for you coming out of college athletics, going into that right away?
It was definitely a weird transition, and it was kind of similar and kind of not. Because at Barstool it was kind of hey, do your own thing, and there wasn't a lot of tasks given to me. It was kind of hey, figure it out on your own. But when I felt when I was playing lacrosse and stuff, it was you're doing this at this time, you're meeting at this time, you wake up at this time, and it's kind of you had your whole day planned out. So it's definitely different for me, trying to figure out, okay, I can kind of, come in when I want, manage, do what I want when I want, and, you kind of got to make your own schedule for yourself, which is definitely a little different for me.
Mm-hmm. How much of that, transferred over? I know you said you have more time while being at Barstool, but kind of the discipline aspect of being an athlete helped you out within that realm as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you kind of I feel in college, you kind of learn to hold yourself to, in college, athletics, you learn to hold yourself to a certain standard. You kind of keep that going, or I try to keep that going when I go to Barstool. And like with stuff that's like either just like working out in the morning, because I feel like it always starts like a good tone for like your day. But like now there's no one telling you to work out. Like if you want to sleep in, you could just go sleep in. So it's kind of just being like, okay, like I'm getting up at 7 a.m. to go work out before I go into the office, instead of just being like, I'm just gonna lay in my bed till 9 a.m. and just like kind of like mosey on over.
Yeah. I feel the same way. I'm applying to jobs right now because I just finished grad school, but I made it a thing, like a rule for myself now that I don't have a 9 to 5, but I need to be up and operating like I have one because
Like
I
that,
can sleep till 2 if I allow myself to.
that's my issue here now too, because like I'm in between stuff right now. So like technically, like I don't know if anyone being like I don't have anything to like. I mean, I do Hoopify stuff, but like that's not like a time. Like that's like I don't have like a certain amount of hours I'm supposed to be working on, but I try to stay in between 9 to 5, just so I'm kind of like in a mode and like kind of go like less hard on the weekends on that.
Otherwise, things start to fall through the cracks. I feel like you give
Yeah,
yourself like an inch, and then you don't realize like you take a mile. It's like when you skip the gym one day or skip class one day. The next thing you know, you don't go for a week.
yeah. And that's what they said about college too. It's like once you skip one class, you're never going back.
Yeah, no, it's not a good habit to fall into. But looking back on your college career, I mean, now you're what, officially a year done? Out?
Yeah, yeah. It's my first year done.
Yeah.
First
What was
knock on.
it like returning for you? Because I know you played in that kind of like creators league.
Oh, that was kind of crazy for me because like
Yeah.
Mitchell put together like a creator lacrosse team. It was super fun, but like I got hip surgery back in like February, so it was like my first time playing since like November, and like it was good. It was a good experience. Like I think it was a good thing like to kind of come back into, and like it was felt weird too because like the past like 4 years of me playing lacrosse, it's been like super kind of like stressful to a degree. It's like you can't do this, like you better not mess up, and like that, like no one cares what you're doing there. It's like just like
Yeah.
having fun and stuff. So like, I think it was definitely a good environment to come back to.
Yeah, I haven't played in a minute. The first time I'm going to be playing is what, our alumni game, which is in like 3 weeks, I think. I think they're gonna. I always say I want to play field, but the next thing you know, I end up back in net somehow.
But
So
I feel like being a goalie for an alumni game is just like scary. Like not seeing shots. It's like one thing to play like defense or like
yeah,
offense. Not seeing shots for a full year. Then it's like getting back, like taking shots from like current D1 players is crazy.
no, I'm probably just gonna like just stand there. I don't really know. Like I can't be taking like shots to like my arms or legs anymore. I'm way beyond past that.
Yeah.
But looking forward in terms of like the whole Hoopify brand, is there one sport that you like to stick to as a whole, or is it just kind of like just
Um.
like all over the place in terms of that, and then like just the trends, I guess, that you pick up on? Because that's why you got invited to the Steelers with the whole like 6-7 jersey.
Yes. Yes. So, yeah, I'd say right now it's definitely mainly basketball and football, and I'd say because those sports kind of produce the most viral players too. But you can see it like swing back and forth a little bit. I'd say back in the day, like a year and a half ago, it was definitely more football focused. But then like as time's gone on, you kind of see like the basketball players like now like are a little more like influential in it. Like it always goes back and forth, and yeah, I just try to stay like on whatever top, like whatever popular. Like I've done a couple. Like I know baseball is starting to become a little bigger too, so I've been like keeping my eye on that. And there's definitely been a couple people like from there who I've seen like starting to like blow up and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see like how it kind of develops over the next couple months.
And in terms of just like that, you've kind of grown a brand. Like while at the time of being a Division 1 athlete, and you mentioned how structured that was. For someone who's kind of like getting into the world of college athletics slash maybe wanting to do something similar to what you do or just something completely different, how are you able to like manage that time?
No, that's a good question because like people ask me that a lot too, and it's basically like it's almost I don't want to say easier if you play college athletics, but like I feel like a lot of times in college, it's like okay, like we're gonna go out tonight, but like playing like at least like the way our stuff was scheduled, like we could only go out like one night a week, but you still have like that free time. And I'm like okay, and I remember when I got back into it, I was like, or I started to like want to make TikTok and stuff. I'm like, I'm just sitting here like scrolling on my bed for like 2 hours, like I could put this time to like actually making videos and stuff. And it's like you just gotta like. I remember like in college, it was like super. I had it like super like structured out. Like okay, I'm gonna go to practice. I'm gonna do my homework from like this time to this time, and then work on TikTok from this time to this time. Go to bed and like repeat. And it was like kind of like a lot to a degree, but
Yeah.
like there is definitely time for it, and like it's just like it's almost kind. I don't say easier, but like if you're not like don't have that temptation to be like, well, let me just go and like hang out like drunk, then it's like okay, I'll just do this instead.
No, I feel the same way. I almost think that it's harder when you don't have stuff going on because then it's like, oh, like, well, I have the time for it. And then
Yeah.
it just starts to slip away. Like I do way better in terms of structure. And I think that's just because that's what we've been taught how to like work around. So that makes a lot of sense. And in terms of like what you've built so far, are there any plans or anything specific that you're hoping that Hoopify or Hooperville now turns into?
Um. Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest thing I kind of learned being in this industry, it's not like the amount of followers you have or stuff like that. It's kind of people you know to a degree. So like, I hope I just like over this next year and keep like kind of growing my connections and stuff because I got to meet like over this past 6 months, I got to meet like a lot of cool people, and like I realized that kind of helped me a lot more than like having like a video get like a million views. It's more as like, oh, you meet like that, but like the video's doing well, give me the opportunity to kind of meet these people and kind of give me the opportunity to like do stuff like go to the Steelers training camp or like make a video for like this company. It's just like at the end of the day, like that's kind of like the thing I want to grow more to. Like hopefully I want to like expand to like some more long form content at some point. But like it's just like that's a tough thing to kind of get into.
Yeah, it takes a lot more time, and then also that makes sense because one, you are very smart, and I feel like some people don't know that who don't know you personally because you're an electrical engineering major, and then what was the sub? There was a you were dual
Oh,
degree.
computer science too.
Yeah, so it makes sense that like networking for you feels more natural because you're talking to people who are also successful within their own right in their own field. I just saw your LinkedIn post. Who was it? You were oh, it was the Big Baller brand. That's the shirt you were wearing.
Because I met Lonzo summer. That was really cool.
Yeah. Who was the coolest person you think you met throughout all of that?
It was probably Lonzo Ball, just because like I was such a fan of like him, and, like the whole Ball family when I was in high school. So like getting to meet him in like person was kind of just like a full circle moment for me. And I'm like, I know he's like not like the guy he once was like on the internet anymore, but like just seeing that for me, I'm like, oh, like that's pretty sick.
Yeah, but that's like even if he's not, like that's who he was for you and
No,
he's still
no, yeah, exactly.
so that's cool though. Where was that at exactly?
I was actually at a PLL event. They had like a street
Yes.
lacrosse in Chicago.
Mhm.
They were like, yeah, like you want to? I know like RJ and stuff. He's like, oh, you want to come out? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, Lonzo's gonna be there. I'm like, oh, I will definitely be there.
That's like I feel like a lot of more popular athletes outside of lacrosse have been showing up to those like type of events recently.
Yeah, they had like Kevin Durant and like the New York
Yeah.
one. I'm like good for them. But like I would never bet in a million years that Lonzo would have been there.
Yeah, no, it's great for the sport. It's just like I feel like it happened out of nowhere. I was like, where are these people coming from?
I know.
Um, I had one specific question. The voice that you do during your TikToks, how did you come up with that? Like, was it just something that you compiled via like watching other trending videos, or was it something that you've kind of tested out?
So it kind of happened naturally over time. So there was like I ran into an issue in one video. So like I was like making a clip of like this football player, but like when I would say like let's say I said like Baby Gronk scored a touchdown, that like the clip of him like playing football like was too like it was too long, and like my words were too short. So I was like Baby Gronk scored a touchdown, and like I dragged it out so it like fit the clip. And then eventually, like I kept doing that just to fit other videos, and eventually, just kind of happened to me over time. And then all of a sudden, one day, my parents like, what's with the voice in your videos? I'm like, what are you talking about? And they showed me like a video from like 6 months ago, like in a current video. I'm like, I didn't even realize that happened.
So, okay, that's really funny. I thought that like maybe you were like watching videos and you were like, oh, like people who kind of talk like this like go viral. That's funny that you were elongating it
No,
so that it fit.
I actually saw it today. Someone posted a whole video how I'm using this whole science to like get people to like there's like some whole theory behind like talking that way. Apparently, I'm like no. I'm like that was just like completely an accident.
That's a stretch. Also, like I know you're smart, but like to know psychology behind vocal ranges of what gets certain people's attention is a completely different.
Yeah, like I'm like I wish I was like thinking that that ahead, but that's not the case at all.
Looking back to like your college career, what do you think was like kind of like your favorite moment outside of like lacrosse, even if it's like with Hoopify stuff or just like with your friends in general?
But that's tough because like you've been out of college for like a year now
Mhm.
too, and it's like a really weird like transition to a
Yeah.
degree because you still feel like you're college, like I should be in college right now, but then like you kind of look back and you're not. And what's kind of weird too is that like just because like we had a coaching change and stuff, like a lot of people left, so it was like only me and like three other kids in my class
Yeah.
left. So it led to me being like friends with a lot of like the kids who are like juniors now. So like, and it's kind of weird seeing them all still in school,
Yeah.
still going through it, and like I'm kind of just like on the outside looking in. Um, but yeah, favorite moment. I don't know. It's just like those random nights when you just like hang out with your friends in your living room, and like I kind of wish I did that like just like more. You kind of like take it for granted, just because like now I'm like, oh wow, like that's never gonna happen again.
Yeah. You say you wish that you did that a little bit more. Like, what's like one thing that you could tell yourself, like as an athlete in college, or even in, like just like growing up in general, like something that you wish you knew in terms of creating or not creating?
Like you mean like creating like content or like creating
Content
like
or just like just as like an athlete, like because
oh
you've been mixing both for so long that is it hard to separate the two?
yeah, I mean, I guess I just wish when I was like growing up that like when like training for lacrosse, I kind of like I definitely could have trained more efficiently and kind of just trained the right things. Because I think there's just like sometimes I would go and like I would train for like 2 hours and I just like wouldn't be productive at all. Like I wish I knew when I was like a freshman in high school that like probably like lifting like your body mass is gonna come over time. But like me going to the gym every day isn't gonna make me a bigger person until like I actually like fully
Yeah.
go through puberty. And like I wish I was like more focused on like okay like let me get my stick skills down and stuff like that. And that's again that's me going through like Division 1 lacrosse and
Yeah.
seeing what I and yeah, but like I am happy that like I wasn't too focused on like content creation in high school. I dabbled in it a little bit, but like again like I take it like seriously now and like it definitely like very time consuming and like I'm happy I was like able to just, like enjoy time with my friends and stuff like that while in high school and not be like worried about like posting a TikTok like the next
Yeah.
day about that.
That's good because I know you've mentioned to me before like it was a completely different switch of like when you decided you wanted to go like full fledged into like trying to make this like a thing. Was it stressful for you at all to try to like manage those both at the same time?
Yeah, definitely. Because like I started like when COVID hit, I was like, oh, let me. I always like wanted to be like a
Yeah.
YouTuber stuff, so I was like, oh, let me try to make YouTube videos, and I would just do them with my friends. They did like decent. It was fun, and then like I went back to like high school and like freshman year of college, didn't really do much with it, and I kind of tried to get back into it. So I started posting like TikToks to promote like the YouTube videos, and the TikToks were actually doing better than like the YouTube videos. I'm like, okay, let me just do TikTok, and I
Yeah.
was kind of posting for fun, like like not really like being like too like concerned about it. But then like as time went on, I was like, oh, like this is like I enjoy this. Like potentially like seem like doing this like full time somehow, some way. And then like I don't know. Then like in college and stuff, I started like posting more. Like I tried to post like 3 days a week, and like I had to like tell myself too, like if a video doesn't do well, I can't like beat myself up over it because that was like a big me at the time too. Like if I saw a video like not hit my expectation of like how many views it got, I was like, oh, like that stinks. Like I really wanted that to be better, and like and it's still like I still happens to me this day. Like I get like in a bad mood about it. I'm like I can't let that control like my whole day,
Yeah.
my whole and like that kind of goes back to like sports too. Like like having a bad game or having a bad practice, and you're just like in a bad mood like the rest of that week. It's just like you try so hard and just like not ruin everything, but it can be hard sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't think people who don't create like content like you do realize how much time actually goes into it. Like a lot of people will be like, "Oh, like I want to do that or I could do that," which you can. But then once you start to do it, you realize how many hours like those specific videos actually take to put together.
Yeah, yeah, that is like one of the things. Like, especially my videos are only like 20 seconds long, and I wouldn't even say like it's more the planning that goes into the videos and like
Yeah.
finding everything for it. It was like once I know how I want to lay it out and how I want to like read it, like it probably only takes me like an hour to do. But it's more just like finding what to like go into it, what to put into it is like the time consuming thing. I don't know, just like I tell people all the time too. Like if you want to do it, you just got to be able to like not have a video do well for like a year, 2 years, and just like keep posting. I truly believe anyone could succeed in like this like area as long as like they're just like consistent about it. Like that's like always like the biggest issue I feel like with people.
Yeah, if you're not consistent, it's just like not gonna go anywhere, quite honestly.
Yeah.
One of the reasons for me when I was in grad school, I was like, all right, like I'm dialing it down. I need an episode out every week. I can't be sporadic. You can't build an audience that way. Like,
Yeah.
not realistic. But your audience in general, like, would you say is on the younger side?
Yeah. I always.
About like, do you see some kids that are like fans of yours at all?
Oh yeah. So I'd say my audience is between like old middle school to young college, and it's just weird. Like if I ever go to like a college age or like a college age like bar and stuff, like I get noticed like a few times, and like also too like I don't know. Like I was at like my sister's like high school soccer game in like a random town in New Hampshire, and like some kids noticed me. So like that was pretty cool. But like I don't know. Yeah, it is like it definitely is like high school. Like probably mainly high school, I'd say, because like some people say it's middle school, but like you forget like how many middle schoolers don't have like social media and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like maybe like eighth grade, but like that's
Yeah.
like pre high school in general. I also feel like everything's just getting like mishmash together now, where it's like you have those numbers, but I feel like your audience like could be as big or as wide as like you want it to be.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. It is like it is weird because like sometimes you'll get like someone like I'll get someone who's like 28 who notices me and says hi, and then someone who's like 15. And like that's like kind of crazy. Like they're both watching my videos and probably both like taking it like laughing at it for like different reasons.
Yeah. Do you like that? I don't want to say an influence because your videos are more for like an entertainment aspect, but that you can reach a younger generation.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's definitely like hopefully I'm trying like hopefully like in the future I can kind of use that to like take myself to like whatever next level, and like kind of like they can kind of like build with me throughout the way. And like it's not like one of those things where like okay I kind of like keep cycling through like
Yeah.
the generations, and like I kind of keep them as like fans because like I always try to like grow as a creator a little bit. Like you don't want to switch up everything and just like kind of like because like people watch me for I know what they like want to see, but like I definitely I've been trying to like expand like these different accounts and stuff to like try to reach like new people.
Yeah, and if like you're not having fun with it, then there's no point either. So if you get sick of it, then you got to change it up a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I know you can't share what the job is exactly, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
But is it in the content field or are we going engineering?
Oh no, yeah, it's complete. It's fully content. I'm gonna hopefully do this for as long as I can because people always ask me too. It's like, do you want to do content or do you want to do like engineering? Like, or sorry, let me rephrase it. People are always asking me like, do you want to do like content or you can use your engineering degree? And I'm like, well, here's the thing. Like, I definitely want to try content, and I feel like it's a lot easier to like try content and go to engineering than like be like in a full engineering job. Like, I'm gonna leave this and go try to do content full time. It just like seems like a more like logical step in my head to like try content than maybe go to engineering.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, and it's like it's always there. You can always go to it. It's something that you clearly like excelled at, and why not try something that you're passionate about at a younger age?
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah, because I think more time to it, and like I at least right now I enjoy content way more than like engineering. And say I don't know, I'm passionate about it, so like we'll see how it goes.
yeah, I'm thinking when I put out this episode, I'm gonna have to do the voice as a part of the promo.
Maybe.
I think it's gonna have to come out somehow, some way, and just add in a ton of dings as well, like so many that you can't even hear my voice.
Those are the people like.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining me.